As I continue working on becoming a better me, I understand that I must address my yesterday. Upon reflecting, I realize that I've permitted yesterday to hold me hostage. I've given yesterday the power to keep me bound. I've allowed yesterday to keep me stagnant, to prevent me from growing. I've given yesterday permission to prevent me from receiving all that God has set aside just for me. I don't know about you, but I've been guilty of trying to revive some things that didn't need reviving. I've been guilty of trying to perform CPR on some dead situations. I've been guilty of holding on to what I perceived to be the good things of yesterday, at the time failing to realize I was keeping some things well beyond their expiration dates. I've been guilty of adding paragraphs to chapters that should have ended long before they did. What it all boils down to is I have been guilty of keeping yesterday on life support. According to WebMD, life support keeps the body alive by doing the work of bodily functions that are failing. Now that sounds like what some of us have been doing to yesterday. In order to keep yesterday alive, we have been doing all of the work. We've stepped in and we've consistently breathed life into it because deep down we know that it cannot survive on its own. We exhaust all of our energy on maintaining and upkeeping yesterday. But realize, doing so is draining the life out of your today. Truth be told, if you put the same energy you put into keeping yesterday on life support, if you put that energy into building up your today and preparing for your tomorrow, you can and will enjoy the blessings you deserve. You see, yesterday is dead and gone, and there's no amount of CPR or life support that can bring it back. And the longer you try to hold on to yesterday, the longer it will take you to make it to your ordained place. The longer it will take you to live the good life that God has promised you. I realize that some things are easier said than done. I truly understand that it is hard to say goodbye to yesterday, but it is necessary. If you want better and you realize that holding on to yesterday is keeping you from having your greater, you got to let it go. In the long run, you will understand that holding on can be far more painful than letting go. You see, there's nothing too hard for God. And if you allow him, he will bring you through it, because through him, all things are possible. Even saying goodbye to yesterday. Resolve today to claim your future by taking yesterday off life support. It's time to unplug. If God allows some of those things from yesterday to remain alive, so be it. If they die, so be it. You see, if anything from yesterday is allowed to remain alive, it's his will. If anything from yesterday dies, it was your will. Stop trying to resurrect the dead situations of yesterday. You are not Jesus, and yesterday is not Lazarus. Take yesterday off life support, and whatever dies is meant to die, and whatever lives, God ordained it. And if he ordained it, he will sustain it, and he will equip you to maintain it. Remember, your future is not tied to your yesterday. Your future will be the result of your actions today. So stop grieving that relationship you lost yesterday and prepare for the one that God desires to bless you with this season. Stop worrying about that job you lost or didn't get yesterday and prepare for the career that you're destined to have. Stop worrying about the mistakes you made yesterday and let their lessons be the foundation for your success. Stop dwelling on yesterday and claim the future that your Father wants you to have. If you do your part, God will do the rest. But please understand, even though it's necessary to let it go, you must not despise your yesterday. For yesterday served its purpose. Its heartache made you stronger. Its lessons made you wiser. Its trials have equipped you to handle anything that is going to come your way. You just can't hold on to it if it's preventing you from moving forward. I pray that today you will let go of yesterday and prepare yourself for the future that God has promised. For Jeremiah 29:11 reads, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future." Be blessed and stay encouraged.